Sully, Kendall and Craig all run down a path in the same direction. That is until Sully changes direction and jumps over someone's fence. Craig scrambles up after him and Kendall struggles to follow over the fence. Exterior, someone's back garden continuous. The three all land on their feet on the other side of the fence and are now playing a game of hurdles. Craig and Sully are across the garden in a second and up over the next fence straight away. Kendall comes up behind, already tired, and starts climbing the next fence. Exterior, angry guy's back garden continuous. Sully and Craig get into the next garden, but there's an angry guy, late 20s, drinking and sunbathing out in the garden. He sees the boys.
What the fuck do you think you're doing?
He jumps up to get after the boys, but Sully and Craig jump over different fences. Kendall has finally climbed his fence. Kendall pokes his head over, but is spotted by angry guy.
Come here, you little prick!
Kendall, scared, drops back into the garden. Exterior, street outside church grounds continuous. Kendall creeps out from somebody's back garden and walks into the street. He marches along out of breath. However, he sees a police car going around the roundabout in the distance. He quickly goes into the church ground toward the house and tries the gate for the back garden. It's unlocked, and he goes in. Exterior, church grounds, back garden continuous. Kendall looks through a gap in the fence and watches the police car drive past. He's instantly relieved and starts to wander around the back garden. He cautiously investigates the house through the windows, but the inside is empty. Every window he checks reveals the same thing. He goes over to the garage near the house. There's a little window at the back and he peers through. It looks like the garage is being used for storage. There's benches, chairs, tables and carpets, plus the window is only single pane. Kendall too is sat on the roof of the garage above.
You know it, I know it. This would really solve all our problems.
There's stuff here though. Someone will be back.
I doubt it, the house is barren.
Kendall goes back to looking through the window.
Oh, come on. Can't you just be G-Star for 1 fucking minute? Everyone will love this. Trust.
Kendall looks back at Kendall too, contemplating this idea. Exterior, church grounds, back garden, evening. Kendall creeps through the gate. He is being followed by the rest of the gang.
Where's the priest then?
I think he got locked up for nonsense.
Typical.
Kendall directs them to the back of the garage. Kendall climbs up on the roof and stands above them.
Can I have your attention please, gentlemen and lady?
Fuck off! What are we doing here?
I'd like to introduce you to our new den.
This thing is a garage.
Well spotted.
Craig walks up to the window of the garage and peers in.
No construction needed, no material, no renovations, no furniture. It's all already here for us.
Craig steps away from the window and turns to Sully.
There's loads of stuff in here.
Why can't we just go in the house?
See that box?
Kendall points toward the alarm system on the side of the building.
It's an alarm. I'm not sure if it's active.
Sully looks into the garage quickly. He walks back and looks up to Kendall.
Fair play, Kendall. Looks proper in there.
Okay, so how are we getting in?
Sully, Lil B, Abby and Craig all look back at the single pane window. Exterior, church grounds, back garden, evening. Sully tries to throw a brick through the window, but it seems indestructible.
Fucking nightmare, this.
Lil B picks up the brick.
Let's make a game of it. Whoever breaks the window's the hardest.
Yeah, alright.
Lil B throws the brick, but the window doesn't break. Craig steps up for his turn. He picks the brick up and throws, but still it remains unshattered. Now it's Kendall's turn. He picks up the brick and aims at the window carefully.
I guarantee he breaks it now. Watch.
Kendall too is stood to Kendall's right. He plants his hand on Kendall's shoulder and gives him a nod of encouragement. Kendall throws the brick and it hits the window. Although it doesn't break through, it just bounces back. Kendall too walks away with his head in his hand. Abby gets fed up of watching and heads toward the brick.
Give it here, you bunch of pussies.
Abby snatches the brick and lines herself up in front of the window.
If we couldn't do it, you're definitely not.
She aims and throws. First try and it goes crashing through the window.
Fucking hell.
Oh, we can do it.
Interior, the den, garage, evening. Kendall is the last one to come crawling through the window into the garage. The gang have had their mobile phones out using the flashlight features to try and find a light switch.
I can't see fucking shit.
Keep looking.
Craig shines a light at the wall and finds a light switch near the garage door.
Oh, I found it. It's by there.
Surely the electric isn't on.
Craig goes over to the switch and flicks it, but nothing happens.
Oh, that's shit.
Sully spots 2 gym benches near one of the walls.
Oh, help me with these.
Sully, Craig, Lil B and Kendall move benches to face each other in the centre of the garage. The gang all sit on the benches.
It's fucking wicked in here.
It's alright.
What do you mean? This place has so much potential.
Ow! It'll be pitch black in here soon.
Fucking hell, we can get lights, that's easy. We could have parties. Ringland boys won't bother us.
Fuck, I'm not running.
Yeah, I'm not hiding either.
We're not doing any of that. I just mean this could be ours. We could stay here if we wanted. We can do whatever we want.
The gang all contemplate that last statement.
Fuck it. Let's just stay here tonight. See how it feels.
I will. My mum's out tonight, so I don't even have to ask.
I'm up for it.
I'll have to check, but it should be alright.
All eyes are on Kendall now.
What do you say?
Kendall looks at everyone's faces. Kendall too is stood behind Lil B miming. A helicopter flies over the garage.
Well, if I say I'm staying down yours, it should be okay.
Yes, nice one.
The gang all look pleased with the decision. Interior, Kendall residence, living room, night. Dio is sat in his armchair staring at the TV. Kendall is stood behind the sofa Seren is sat on, who is reading a magazine.
No.
Oh, please, Dad.
I said no. Don't grovel to me.
Seren looks up to Kendall. Do you want a cup of tea, love?
Jesus Christ, you're spoiling rotten. Never asked me if I want a cuppa.
Do you?
No, I'll go without, as always.
There's a knock at the front door.
Get that, Joseph.
Kendall leaves the living room. Interior, exterior, Kendall residence, hallway continuous. Kendall opens up the front door and Barbara is stood outside.
Hey, Barbara.
Well, hello. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be off breaking some young girl's heart?
Barbs, get in here!
Barbara walks into the house and gives Kendall a playful nudge. He looks down to where he was hit, slightly confused. He follows her into the living room. Interior, Kendall residence, living room continuous. Kendall stays behind the sofa. Barbara is stood next to it. Hello, Barbs.
Take a seat. Seren will make us some tea now.
Seren goes to stand up, but Barbara stops her, then sits down next to her. No, don't trouble yourself. I'm not stopping long. You wanted to see me, Ty?
Yeah, I was going to ask you for a favour. Could you look after Dopey Dick for us? Me and Sarah going down to Falmouth.
Oh, of course I'd do anything for little Joey. Oh, well, can't call him little anymore. Barbara gives Kendall a wink.
I know, thinking about putting a lock on the fridge. Wanted to bring you back some fish, Mum.
No, that's okay. The kids don't like the smell of it.
You sure? Last time I was down there, I caught loads of salmon. They were massive too. There was pinky,
Well, if you
wee,
don't want
pie
fish, we could
fish.
bring you back a gift.
Oh, Jesus, Seren, you always interrupt me. What was I saying? Oh, I can't remember.
So, can I go down can I stay down Christine?
This again.
Where are you going?
I was asking if I could stay down my mates. Dad's saying no.
Oh, let him go. It's only a sleepover. You should be happy. He's not like the rest of them on the estate. He's a good boy. You can trust him. Dio thinks about it. Go on.
Okay, but if you do anything wrong...
I won't, Dad. Thank you. Thanks.
Kendall runs out to the living room. You owe me a favour now. Interior, the den, garage, night. The gang have rearranged the garage. There's fairy lights and torches dangling from the rafters. They have dragged and piled all the carpets into the centre of the room. They all lay down comfortably on the carpets and pass around a flagon of white cider. Sully has the cider and he takes a sip.
What are you going to do when you're older? I can't wait for it. Been thinking about it loads.
Sully takes another sip.
Like, I think I'm going to do repping or something. Like Ibiza, Shagaluf or Taiwan maybe.
For the lady boys.
Fuck off, what are you going to do?
Sully takes his final sip and gives the bottle to Lil B.
I don't know, man.
Lil B takes a big gulp.
Probably just drop out and get a trade. Plumbing's good. You get to fuck single mums if they can't afford it.
Lil B takes a drink and then passes the drink to Craig.
I think I'm going to join the army, try and become an officer.
Really?
Yeah, you get to travel and do all sorts of things. You get to kill shit too. I'm not keen on the Middle East though. Bad enough no one likes you. And it's fucking boiling.
Craig takes a few sips and then hands the bottle to Abby. Abby takes the bottle and takes a sip.
I think I'd like to finish school, get on one of those air and beauty courses.
Abby takes a sip.
Imagine your man come back home after having her work on her head.
The boys laugh as Abby is taking another sip.
Don't be such a massive cunt! Honestly, I do see myself as a people's person.
Abby takes one final big gulp and gives the bottle to Kendall. He doesn't take a sip or say anything, he just stares into the bottle.
Well, what are you going to do?
To be honest, I don't know.
What do you mean? Everyone has a plan?
I've had loads. I wanted to join the army, but I don't like fighting. I thought about trade, but none of it appeals to me. I don't want to stay, but I don't want to travel to somewhere familiar. I've thought about loads, but the options just seem less and less every time I think about it. I'll probably just stay here.
You still a virgin?
Why would you ask that?
Will explain why you're so miserable. Have a wank.
Don't you fucking dare!
Not now.
Hurry up and get that drink down you. I'll be sober and enlisted by the time it comes back round here.
Kendall looks at the drink and takes a huge gulp. Everyone cheers. Craig whips out his mobile phone and starts playing Oasis's Champagne Supernova. As soon as the lyric starts, everyone sings along.
Many special people change. How many lives are living strange? Where were you when we were gone? Slowly walking down the hall, faster than a cannonball. Where were you when we were gone? Someday you will find me, company the landslides. With a champagne supernova in the sky. Someday you will find me, caught beneath the landslides. In a champagne supernova, a champagne supernova in the sky. You're my wonderwall. Shut up.
Wrong song, you dickhead!
Shut up!
Fade to black. Interior, the den, garage, morning. Kendall stirs, then slowly wakes up. He looks around the room and everyone else is still